Bill, that I'm concerned with the waiver of any type of liability on page, what's marked as page 6. Under the paragraph identified as other, there are 4 paragraphs, but it does say, third paragraph down, in no event shall owner or customer be liable under this service agreement or any cause of action related to this agreement, whether based on contract, warranty, etc. So, I'm not sure what could happen. And I don't think anything has ever happened in the past.
It hasn't.
I mean, the paragraph above says that nobody is liable to each other for any, act of God. So if there's another ice storm, or in somebody's, pick on Jerry, his business is shut down for 10 days and he has no electricity, within this it says that, there's no liability, that we can go back to owner for that. If we prove, or if we think it's their fault versus an act of God. There's just no room here to sue them for anything. Not that it would happen. I don't know that it has happened or there's an opportunity for it to happen,
But it works both ways, Aaron.
they can't sue us.
They can't sue us either.
They can't sue us for anything that we didn't provide to them, but that doesn't mean our customers can't sue us. So, I just want you to know that that's what it says right there.
My question is that, did you hear of any kind of anything happened this last storm that, have you heard any kind of litigation on any kind of things that, because there's a few customers that were down, just about 7 days or so, I mean, that's probably as extreme as it's going to get. I would hope that'd be all as extreme it ever gets, but I mean, I guess if you want to use that as a benchmark, that would be the way to look at it. I mean, I don't know what other power surge, I don't know, that would be another thing, but I don't know.
Well, the thing I'm looking at is, and I maybe Bill knows better, but I'm thinking of somebody getting killed, one of our employees, because of the negligence of owner. I don't know if that's feasible, if that's possible, but under this, there is no liability.
I was telling Aaron before, this contract was, I think it had to do with our 1990 contract, and I asked our engineer about it, that question also. For lack of better words, that's the way it is.
And not
If
that,
we tell them we don't like it, they're going to say, well, too bad, you want power or not? I would guess.
The way I answer your question is, when we serve power to a customer, we can't guarantee that your lights are going to be on 100% of the time.
Right.
But we do everything we can to keep them on,
Right.
but we've never had any repercussions of it. People,
I'm just talking like an example of hog confinement. Some
Oh,
big
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Loses power and then loses a bunch of hogs or something like that just because of.
and that incident came up one time with one of our customers. He built a hog confinement on an abandoned farm, and I said, do you have because other customers of ours have this phone system that calls in to different numbers saying the power went out. And I'll be, a month later, some kids went in their party, clipped off his breaker, killed all the hogs in the place. His insurance company made him put the phone alarm in. So you see how that,
Right, okay.
how that turned in. Live and learn, the farmer did, but he was happy. Hindsight was he wished he would have.
Yeah. Hindsight's always 20/20.
You can't protect against everything.
No, he can't.
There's some risk.
But that's what his insurance company told him that he had to do for them to insure him. And he lost the whole building of hogs. They suffocate what happens.
Yeah.
I guess there's two parts of the bill. That's a set amount until how the system works Because Mid-American puts a value of that line, and then they depreciate it, and then they put the charges out to all the customers. It's a standard, you might say an Excel form. So the charges are divided to all the customers evenly.
So now, are these charges gonna stay the same throughout the length of the contract, which is how long? We're looking at 5 years?
Here's the only thing that can change it. Is if they do a major line rebuild, an ice storm hits, and drops all the lines down, then that changes the values of the numbers they use to compute these figures. I can put it this way, and I hate to say this because I'll knock on wood. In 2000, the numbers have have decreased.
But there's no way we should be surprised though if that would happen, is what you're telling us.
It's part of running the business.
Okay.
As long as we don't have any
Cost
major
of doing business.
tornadoes or storms, the numbers should stay the same.
Okay.
And these numbers are figured, Bill, too, in there. When you got the engineer come up with our cost study.
Exactly.
He's got these numbers.
Exactly,
right?
yep.
Yep.
And I called Marlon on that too, and I also have to talk to you on your other thing I brought up last time. I'm trying to think of a million things, not a lot of things, but right now, this bill will be billed through MISO. It's just a pass through to MISO. I said, that doesn't make any sense to me. The 161 line is in MISO, but this is, they call it distribution. It's like, asked that to Marty, he goes, well, it's just easier for them to have MISO do all the billing for them, and it's just a pass through. But I'm sure there's somebody get paid to do that, but it's just easier for them to do it that way. And I've also asked two different people at Mid-American the same question, they got two different answers. And I said this to Scott, we won't know until we start getting the bills. Because one guy told me one thing, another guy told me another thing, so. And I did get confirmation last Friday of the contract we signed, or you guys signed last council meeting, changing metering at the sub. MEC and the local meter guys up in Storm Lake is going to work with WAPA to get that done. So we're going to have that done before January 1st, so we can run a test on it to make sure it works. Because it means a lot.
Sounds like we got a plan.
So this total thing means that this is what we're gonna pay for the lines, or basically rent on the line so we can get power.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
I've never got that out of reading that thing.
And this ain't nothing to what the whole, these are just the itemized thing, but I mean, they take into account the insulators, the cross arms, the poles.
Yeah, they're just showing us how they came up with the numbers.
Kind of like renting a car.
Yeah.
What's your, yeah. And you can see on the, I thought it was funny on the first page of that agreement, the fourth paragraph down, starts January 1st, shall continue until terminated by mutual agreement of both parties, or on 12 months written notice by either party, or is modified. You could end the next month. You know, but like I said, and every time, like I was telling Aaron, every contract that we go along, it gets more and more of that language in it. The gentleman's handshake agreement is gone.
Because there's a lot of those people.
It's all your fault, Aaron. You just don't know it. You know it now, though, don't you?
Or you're an engineer.
Yeah.
That's just that.
So,
All we can do is-
all we can do is pass it.
Yeah.
That's,
So do we have a motion on 1036?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Roll call.
Thank you.
Yes.
Russ?
Yes.
Laney?
Yes.
Ritter?
Yes. Did you